Hello everybody, my name is Elenator and welcome back to Ultimate Minecraft Polyworld. Here we are trading with the villagers some more. It's also nighttime, I see. Yeah, we're gonna take care of this real fast and then we'll catch some Z's, reset the weather timer. Excuse me buddy, I'm working here. I'm using your resources. A little bit more. Then we'll sleep. I don't think the Zella Moon has risen high enough yet. Alright, close enough. Let's go find a bed. Zoink. The Zella Moon rises. You can see out the window. Already all good. I consumed some H2O. Feels like there was a little bit of cereal. Did not go down fully. Howdy, howdy, and welcome back. Ozzy is now Ozzy no more. Saz times. I'm sure I've heard plenty of his music in the past. Nothing's coming to mind. Boop. Boop. And once more, can we get a boop? As the river so slowly pick up all the bone meal from here. Wouldn't it be nice if we can get bone meal in the real world? I have grass that's it's turned brown because we had sprinkler issues. So now I have to manually turn the sprinklers on. But that didn't stop it from dying. So if I had bone meal in the real world, I would bone meal my grass and make it green again. For sure no Crazy Train. I'd probably have to hear the other two to know whether or not I've heard them before. I know more songs than I know the names and artists. Bone meal does exist. You talking about regular fertilizer? I can't just slap it on the ground and boom, get grass in 2 seconds. Excuse me, y'all, I'm working here. I say as I continue to use their resources and then sell them back to them. If it's still made from good old bone marrow, then you can have bone meal from people. There would probably be people who saying that's not morally good, though. Oh, hey, buddy, that's my job. I say even though he's the farmer. You know, I don't even know. Do I still need wheat to sell back to these guys? Oh, that's right. I was trying to level you up. Hold on, I need more. The amount of wheat I need just for one trade. Well, not for one trade, but for one level. Well, at least he wants to buy pumpkins. What about you? You're the master. I don't have any more trading for you. Well, you're an expert. You still have cheaper trades if I wanted more beetroot. And you want potatoes. Maybe I'll get this guy leveled up once I find the potatoes. I don't know where the potatoes are. Those are carrots. But you know what I could do? I could just replant potatoes instead. In fact, nobody has wanted any of my carrots. I've been walking around with these stacks and stacks of carrots, and all these guys want are wheat, beetroot, and potatoes. Bunch of potatoes. How come no one wants to buy carrots? We're gonna have a bad day because now that we have multiple new farmers here, since I let them out of the house and gave them work sites, we have multiple new farmers in this area and none of them want to buy carrots. Why? Where's the demand? Alright, cool, he's now leveled up. This guy still wants to buy more wheat, but I don't have any more. Alright. Commas are very important, but it makes me sad that there's a lot of people who don't use commas. Alright, what about you? Oh, finally, someone who wants to buy carrots. So it looks like they at last migrated over here. Okay, so they both want 22. Alright, we'll let him do his next set of trades. It's kind of funny, I was just talking about how nobody wants to buy carrots. And then, surprise, I find someone who wants to buy carrots. Alright, so what do you have now? Beetroot and pumpkins. Nearly everyone here wants to buy pumpkins. So wheat, carrots, and pumpkins versus carrots and beetroot. You are more useful to me because pumpkins are slower to acquire. Alright, so how are we looking? At long last, I was able to sell off all the carrots. Because I've been walking around with those forever. It was a great idea to come in here and place down another five of these thingies. Look, now I have all these farmers. Hooray. Alright, cool. I think we're done over here, so we can go find the horse and start moving out. And boop. I see bad guys down there. Except they don't know how to get to me. Therefore, no issue. Hey, a cat spawned. Hello. I remember seeing the cat here before. And the squids still try to fly. Speaking of flying squid, just yesterday, I went back and rewatched the music video for Nelly the Space Squid. I looked at the date and turns out that video's turning 13 in another, like 3 days, I think. I think yesterday I was saying the same thing about why do they know how to make bridges over water but not ravines? Anyways, if I remember, I should say something on Twitter in regards to Nelly the Space Squid turning 13. I feel like that's one of those music videos where, yeah, it has a lot of views, but you don't see people talking about it these days. People talk about Fallen Kingdom and Revenge. I guess that was it. Nothing else that really comes to mind. A YouTube channel older than you? There are a couple of channels I've seen from 2005 and 2006. I guess more like a few. Couple is two. Well, these days people say a couple and it could mean up to 8. I don't know how that happened, because 8 should be several. Not important. You have a fishing rod. Hey buddy, can I steal your fishing rod? I don't know they could spawn with fishing rods. He used to be a fisherman, and then he drowned. And that fishing rod has 2 uses left. Unless it's 3 and they haven't fixed the 0 durability thing yet. Is the YouTube channel a separate one than the channel that has the video me at the zoo, of which I can't remember the name of it? Alright, I see the outpost. Good timing. Bad guys are about to start popping up. Is that another egg I just picked up? Boop. The oldest Spanish YouTube channel ever. Very likely, since that's a short time frame. You want to know why the video titles are probably in English? Engagement. More likely to gain attention. We're just gonna turn all those into blocks. Nope, not that one. Look at all these blocks of rubies. It's only 10, but I'll take it. I think that's all farm stuff. Zombie flesh, though, that comes from here. And now the Zelamoon rises. It's a sports channel. I guess that one would be easy to pass on to other people. And howdy, Paul, welcome back. And we're about to waste 2 arrows. Oh, wait, hold on. No, because then I'll be wasting durability. Howdy, howdy to you as well. I don't know what to do with the fishing rod. I guess we'll just leave it here. Alright, how is our farm doing in this area? Still has work to do. Sounds like it changed ownership over the past 20 years. Probably. You think the same person would be doing content on there for 2 decades? How many other people are still making videos 20 years later? Alright, I'll probably just wait around, let this do its magic while it grows up. So while that's happening, let's go do what I keep talking about and work on the horse stable. But first, with all these seeds, I don't think I need them. Oops, keep the melon. PewDiePie and Dan TDM both made their channels in 2005. You know how long 20 years is, right? And you know what year we're in? In another 10 years, this channel will be 20. As long as Tube's still around, I hope to continue to make videos. 15 years is a long time. Big Bullet Sadness, the Ant Venom doesn't make videos much anymore. He was making videos in 2010. Does the hitbox change? I must verify. Oh no, it doesn't. Because I was looking at the model hitbox and you see the black outline. Oh, that hides in first person. You see how the black hit or the black outline shows up at the bottom? Then you get that, and now the black outline is down there. I almost thought, I wonder if that means the thingy for it is adjusted. Oh wait, hold on, I still have more. It very well could just showcase the shape of the model, and so the model physically changes, which is why that's why the outline goes up. You know what I should have done? I haven't done it yet, but maybe I should use the texture from the minecart to fill this in. I just don't know if it's wide enough. Let's see, -4 pixels. It should be 12 by 12. I don't remember what the texture is within the minecart. If it's 12 pixels or less. Anyways, let's go get some carrots, I suppose. Just use up all the bone meal. The original minecart dirt texture from the 618 minecart, when it would fill up with dirt, if I use that to fill up the inside of here instead. Because this kind of looks like Podzol. It's kind of funny how when minecarts were first added, it was empty. You would put items in it, and the dirt level would fill up. And then, Notch changed it so that way it had a chest inside. But that was just a visual render. It's because when you were in the minecart, you sat high up, and so Notch removed the chest when he figured out how to add a sitting animation. And so the minecart went from no chest to no chest again. But then he added, a few updates later, the chest minecart for storage again. Rather interesting. But I'm pretty sure the only reason why that chest minecart, or I should say the reason why he put the chest in the minecart was because the player would stand up, and so it was meant to be like, this is why you're so high up, since it probably looked weird standing in the minecart when it was empty. All legacy minecarts stayed as legacy minecarts, but you could still pull the items out of there from 618 all the way up until alpha 1.0.13_01. Because 1.0.14 added the different types. Alright, we're gonna grab some wood. And I guess a water bucket. I'll use stone, I suppose. We'll see how this turns out. Alrighty, so my horses are currently here. I still want the horse stable to be up top. What I might do is lower this level, put it around here. There are no cogs in the chest. I don't use that texture, and the item itself was removed a long time ago. The item was replaced with redstone when redstone was added. Digestion issues suddenly disappeared. If you were telling me, I'd forgotten. No cog, no cog, no cog. There aren't anywhere. Oh, you see a cog on the chest. That could be the stone cutter. Stress induced. Stress induced from what? Stress. But oops. Remember how I just bone mealed a whole bunch of seeds? I'm about to need to bone meal a whole bunch of seeds. It was over a girl. It happens. I guess only 15 seeds wasn't that bad. But now I have my space already. So I'm thinking having the open area over here. In fact, I almost want to move them temporarily. Or what I could do is, let me grab my fences. I guess I would need fences to begin with. Question is, what type of fences? As much as I want to use oak, we don't have a lot of oak right now. We have all this acacia. So what I think I'll do, I'll make a bunch of these. As I try to remember what exactly the recipe was. Nope. That's indeed the fence gate. Well, here, I still need... Oh, well, here, we'll start here, I guess. Alright, close enough. We'll start there, and then we'll make one fence gate. I think I'll try to place these down real quick. Drop that torch, keep it nice and bright. I'll put the fence gate here. Decisions. What was Baby Einstein? Was that a show? Or learning childhood series? This should be nice and large. Oh wait, hold on. If I'm gonna have a pig area and a horse area, I guess if I wanted, I could just keep them all together. We'll catch some Z's, reset the weather timer. Uh-oh. Intruder alert. Red spies in the base. I guess since it's a spider, I should say black spy. Alright, so what I'm thinking instead... I'm thinking... Move this out one more. No, maybe two more. Hold on. They never found out what the door code is, because heavy FBI opened up before they could figure it out. 5. 5, so the wall goes here, or the fence. I'll need to rewatch, but I don't remember that occurring. We're gonna make another fence gate. It's been so long since I've seen Meet the Team. I should rewatch again. I feel like this is gonna end up looking strange. We'll have one area for the pigs, and then one area for the horses. So from here, I feel like I ended up making this really wide. Question is what to do for the pig area. Because I want the horses over here. So then this will be for the pigs. I guess I could just make it split down the middle. Give them both equal opportunities. Don't want the pigs getting upset over favoritism. Alright, so now I'm thinking... Make sure that's my silk touch. Alright, question is, how high does this need to be? I feel not very. Oop. Hello, I see you're already enjoying the area. I don't remember if pigs have difficulty getting through one block areas, but shouldn't be too bad trying to get them through here. So then now I'm thinking... I almost want to put fences in the windows. Oh wait, should I push that back one? You know, here, how about I push this forward one? I already have this image in my mind for how I want to do the roof, but I want to get the walls first. One does not build a house top down. It doesn't work like that. I feel like I've heard old-timey before, but I don't know how long it's been. That sounds like something people of old would say. So if that goes like that, how does that window look? I guess I'll make more fences. I never rode in a school bus. I always went to private school. We always had parents to drop us off. I've ridden in a school bus, but not taken it to school. We would do field trips. Our fifth grade teacher was a certified bus driver, and so he would drive the bus when we would take it for field trips. Yes, I have been in one. Alright, fences are... I just did this. Beep, beep. Have there not been any school buses within the game for full release? Has there only ever been community-made buses? Oops. Oh, well, congratulations, me. I managed to capture my first pig without trying. I just need to make sure to put a few more fences in. Is the pigeon still around? Have they removed any vehicles? Alright, there we go. Alright, you can now hop on out. We're going to take this saddle temporarily because I need to get you in here as well. I'm pretty sure I have for sure been on city buses before. And subways, and light rails, and full-size trains. No vehicles removed. Coolio. Alright, we're just gonna plop down. You know what, here, how about I show intelligent planning? What's my torch placement? And I'm thinking of putting a fence gate between these two. I feel like going out just to walk back in is inconvenient. And that would put me at an even number. Don't worry, pigs, you won't be in here for much longer. Nope, that's not it. And I don't. Alright, so let me put this. I'll probably put it in the back. Is there a reason for school buses being manufactured not all within the same area, under the same roof? Alright, so we got all of this taken care of. Speaking of roofs, I'm kind of thinking of going to stone brick for this. No, maybe I will switch back to cobblestone. I want something darker. I wonder. I can't use smooth basalt for anything, right? Nope. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Because I need something that can be turned into stairs. It's kind of what I'm looking for. I could go back to the grimstone bricks. You have a lot of cobbled grimstone right now. How about I used... Hold on, can I make the stairs? Oops. Can I make the stairs directly? This would be a great time to make tough stairs, except we don't have that opportunity. Okay, so I can make the stairs, the tile stairs, or the polished stairs. How about we go with Grimstone tile stairs, and then we'll use cobblestone for the solid block portion to hold it up. I feel like I'm going to need another stack, but we'll start here as I reset the weather timer. I didn't realize I was getting hungry. Nom nom nom. Alright, so we're looking at trying to think how to do this. Wonder if I should have made slabs as well. Too late. We'll just start here, I suppose. So then for the midsection, if that's sitting on top, I might have to work on this backward. Because I think it will need to be... Because if this is supposed to be like that, that means the real next block belongs here. The problem is that's a stair when it can't be. Alright, so I bring that together. So that comes together. And there's our midpoint. So I think I will need slabs or something to fill this in. Maybe I could use the full block there. And then I'll have slabs up top here. So either way, that means this is the start of the stone that's been cobbled. It's really been 37 minutes already. Time goes zoom. And I realize I don't have the front portion connected. Oops. I should do the same on this side as well. Alright, we're making progress. Hooray! Alright, let's make more of the... Those are the tile stairs, right? Grab another stack of this. At least I hope it was the tiles. Probably. So then that leaves me with full blocks. I don't know how many I need. I'll start here. And then slabs. Decisions. This doesn't look too bad. The orange kind of stands out though. Too late. I think after this will be the chicken farm, because I continue to pick up these eggs. And I don't particularly mean to. But I gotta hold on to everything. I don't know if I did that right, but we're gonna hope. Am I gonna need torches up here? I think the only place I'll need torches are right here, because that's the only full block. All of these are stairs. And then I have the slabs. That's not right. And Control Z. Control Z again. I think I'm gonna need even more though. I don't have enough for this. At least we made good progress. Now we're nearly complete. In fact, I only need what, 5 more? 4 more if everything's added up correctly. Hooray, we're almost done. The only thing I see is that the sides are a little odd because you got the midsection there, but then over here it really droops down, whereas that's very high up. How does the inside look? I think it's fine having that as is. Oh well. Decisions. The tiles do not have any differences, but I think all the other textures that are visible on here will be different. So only the stairs, I should say only the Grimstone blocks are going to look the same. Stair slabs and full. Alright, let's head down here. How's this looking? Because it kind of feels like... Well, first I missed that block. And it feels like I should do something with that. It's close enough. Alright, let's go get the pigs. And let me grab vegetables. In fact, I'll have 4 pigs since I already have the 1 in there. So then we'll do some breeding. This will get us 6 pigs. I don't know what I'll use them for, but there's plenty of space for plenty of pigs in there. Alright, y'all, do you know how to pathfind out of my home? That's a big whopping nope. I'll put the glass back when I'm done. It was like there's a lot of internal server lag spikes on here compared to before. Mobs just seem jumpy. Come on, you're almost there. 1 at a time, please. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Yep, 2 baby pigs. Hooray! I'm now satisfied with the work completed. This is something in particular with 1.17.1 because I don't remember it being this big of a problem last week. Not unless I was loading up terrain. I think we need some torches in the middle though. Boop. 2 blocks behind the gate. There we go. We have horses. We have pigs. Next are chickens. But first, we're gonna catch some Z's, reset the weather timer, and fix my front door. Alrighty, so I'm going to need... I have plenty of seeds to start us off. I ended up not making a trough. I'll just leave this here. What will I want to build it out of? How about dripstone? This doesn't need to be too large. A lot of it's going to be glass anyway. In fact, yeah, keep the cobblestone for now. I'm thinking only a 5x5 area, which means with the walls it's 7x7. And I need to make sure I have enough open area. I wonder where I should put it. I might be able to squeeze it into this corner. Is there anything important around here? Not particularly. So we'll put it right around here. Maybe I'll lower this far. So we'll get rid of all of this, square out the corner. And one more. This will save me on glass because then I'll only need to fill in the back side. Yep, this will be fine. So I can bring this together, right? Probably. Or what I could do, if I lowered it one more, I could have a pathway going across here. So we'll drop all this real fast. Make sure there are no invisible blocks blocking me. So I think for the wall, then I might just fill it in with stone. Now let me first steal all this. And I still have that stone sword on me. Oop, hold up. Let me put this away, and at the same time, grab some more. Grab some more stone, I should say. Ah, it's nice not having the pigs in here. I don't need to have any concern about them escaping. There we go, at long last. So what I'm currently envisioning for this area is first we'll get all that in place. And then we'll have cobblestone for the border. We'll make this probably 4 blocks tall. Let's just fill all this in real fast. I don't know where exactly the entrance will be. And so everything back here is going to get turned to stone. Now for the floor, oh wait, hold up. Or make sure the outside section's completed. The floor is going to be made out of hoppers. This is where things are going to get interesting. Alright, so with that all taken care of, we'll put the door, I guess, on this side. Oh wait, I'll also need an area for dispensers, or for the dispenser, which means if I put the dispenser there, I'll have the door be here. And so this will kind of lead into the pathway from this section. I think this will be enough space for the dispenser. At least I'm hoping so. So then all of this will be opened up. Let me make sure that's all filled in. Get it on the path to turning in the grass. So then this is where all of the dispensers are going to be. So I'll need 25 dispensers and 25 hoppers. And if all this is dug up, how about I replace the whole outer area with cobblestone? Since that's going to be visible underneath the hoppers. Same thing with that one. Alright, I guess that's what's next. Time to start working on the redstone. Well, I guess I save on wood because I have a bunch of chests here. So much for taking these back with me. Still have plenty of iron, right? Alright, so if I needed... said 25, right, because it's 5 by 5. That means I need to make another 15. That's not going to be enough wood. Alright, we're getting there. I know I'll need more, but we're just going to start here anyway. And then I forgot I'll need doors. 2 for oak, guess I'll take these. There we go. Gotta keep my airlock in place. That way, in case I open the door, chickens start wandering in, at least they won't escape. To begin with, though, I plan on having one chicken. Alright, so now we'll have the storage system go probably out this way. The reason why I wanted it close to the edge here was so I would have the opportunity. I would have the opportunity to take advantage of the vertical height. Alrighty, so then that means I'll probably just start right there in the middle. Or I guess I could push it over to the side. So every hopper must connect to that one. Oop. Oh, that's not cobblestone anymore, because I realize I'm going to need another hopper there. So hopper will lead into a double chest. Which I guess since I have all this stone on me, we'll do that. Except that one is going to be cobblestone, because that's part of the border. Alrighty, so let me place down some more torches real fast. It would make sense that quality improves over time, and so older stuff seems outdated, just by comparison. I see you, Zombo with a shovel. We're gonna see if I can claim that shovel. That'd be nice. I don't know what I'll do with the iron shovel, but it'd be cool to have anyway. Yeah. And all he dropped was 2 Zombo flesh and some XP. It's not what I wanted. Alright, I'm thinking this one can move. Alright, let's go catch some Z's and reset the weather timer. I'd rather it not start raining on my parade. Do we know what the first parade was? I don't know history enough. I'm thinking, I guess that's all that taken care of. So we'll start out with just one double chest. Did I spend all the wood already? I have plenty of logs. Alright, next is, I guess I need to place all this down. I'll need to work on the dispensers, but that's going to require, I have all the iron, but it's going to require a lot of the other stuff. I'll need to make all the buckets. Clean inventory is a happy inventory. You know, this is indeed the chest, not the inventory. I did pick up some redstone already, right? We're gonna hope I did. So with that in place, I wonder, not because my perspective is not back far enough. And boop. There we go. So if I just go, yeah. So I have 18. Should say I started with 18. All 18 of those should accumulate. Oops. Back in here. Yep. All right, cool. We'll put the egg in there, since that's where it belongs to begin with. So now I need 25 dispensers, equivalent to also 25 buckets. And boop, because I still have just the one, right? Yeah, we'll hold on to that one. Which turns out wasn't in the dungeon chest. I went back and rewatched the footage. That was in my inventory the whole time. There was no bucket in the dungeon chest. That's alrighty. Alright, so I'll need to fill all these up with water. But if I need the dispensers first, that means we need more cobblestone. We'll need a lot more cobblestone, because I can grab the 25 red dust. In fact, let me deconstruct all this real fast. Oops. Because I need the 25 dust, a few stacks of cobblestone, and then 25 bows. But we're going to do all that later. We'll need more string. It would be wise to go down then. So let me grab. How many sticks do we have? We have 13 sticks. Yeah, I'll just make a bunch more then. Alrighty, so we have our sticks. We're about to get the string. I guess now we head on down to the mine shaft, as that'll be the fastest way to get a bunch of string. I know I have several bows here, but you need... Last time I remember, at least, you can only craft bows that are full on durability. Cannot use damaged bows. Alright, so the nearest mine shaft is a great question. I have all these caves down here, but I don't know where the next mine shaft is. Maybe what I'll have to do is I'll have to wait another 5 minutes until nighttime and spend time on the farm, because I was about to say I know where there's a mine shaft, and then I remembered, nope, that's not this world. That's my beta 1.8 world, where I have a staircase that leads into a mine shaft. So I guess for the time being, we'll just pick up all this. These pumpkins are growing back fast. Guess it just happened to be a good time. Howdy howdy. Cave game sharp? I suppose so. And howdy, welcome to the stream. Alright, let's plop all this down. And try not to eat it. That's what happens with potatoes and carrots, is if you're working on the farm and you're hungry, If you don't click properly, you're going to try to eat the vegetables. Speaking of vegetables, on to potatoes. Hopefully by the time we finish with beetroot, it'll be about nighttime, and then we're not going to sleep. We're going to go hunting for spiders. If I have enough to make 19, and I need 25. That's a 6-string difference times 3. I need another 18 string. How would I do the math now then? Okay, I do have enough sticks. I'll have 2 left over if the math adds up correctly. Look at all this wheat. Don't know what I'll do with it, but I'd say it was a great idea starting a farm. Because we have the village with plenty of farmers nearby. I'm almost thinking of making some more of the composters and then taking them over there. I'd want to build one other farm though, because the 2 farms are a little close to each other. I'd rather have the 3rd one be on the opposite side of the ravine. That will create even more jobs. Alright, hold on. Let me toss all this real fast. But not the seeds. You know what? Here, I can toss them for now. I'll deal with them later. Looks like pumpkins are already growing. How about melons? Nope. Oh, sun's going down. Cool, seems like in good time. We'll be taking on the bad guys. Oop. Alright, we'll toss all of that. Feast up. Then it'll be time to move on out. We'll probably head out into the desert. Nah, I don't want to go into the desert. We'll head out into the savannah. I don't want to go into the desert because we have husks now. Now, as in, for the past while. So we'll go out into the savannah and find spiders. Should be dark enough to start spawning. Wait around here until I for sure start seeing them. I still think 24 blocks is the minimum spawning distance. There's another horse over there. He's on the side of the cliff. I see bad guys. Baby zombies. We got 2 of them. I see the spider. Would you be ever so kind? Nope. This is a great time to utilize looting. Hey, Mr. Enderman, I gave some more of your ender pearls as well. I saw the skelly bum. There are two more not chicken jockeys, two more of the baby zombies. I saw the skelly bum behind a cow, and my first thought was, is that a skelly bum jockey? No, it's not. It was just a cow, not a spider. Rather unfortunate because I need the cow. Or I don't need the cow, I need the spider. Maybe I should go out into the desert. I don't think that'll adjust spawning chances. I don't know what the spawn rate is for the spider in relation to the other two, or the other three. Other three regular mobs. I see the green beans. Well, I can see easier now. Higher contrast. There's one. Peekaboo, I see you. I think that Enderman just picked up a grass block that had tall grass on it, and the tall grass broke. Yeah, how about I take all y'all on? And I think he put the grass block down. At least one of them did. Excuse me, y'all. My battle's not with you. The skelly bum was hit with hunger. That's mildly comedic. That's what happens when you take on the husk. Hey, dropped a grass block. That is rather valuable before you have Silk Touch, but once you have Silk Touch and playing in the regular world, grass blocks are not as cool. Spend that saturation as I take on the next spider. They're doing 64. Whoop. I'll need another 11, I believe. Another 11 string. I see 3 of them. Yeah, that's what I need. Hello, all of y'all. We're at 4. Oh, maybe I should put this here. Start getting it repaired. Did I really just take out all 3 spiders and none of them dropped string? I wonder if fire aspect interferes. If fire does the last damage, if looting doesn't count. If there are torches around here, hopefully that means the cave system below has some light. That'll limit the amount of spawning they do down there and encourage them to spawn up here. Logically, of course. In reality, I don't know. I saw the red down there thinking it was spider eyes. Just some flowers. Oop. Excuse me, y'all. I know you want my autograph, but not giving them out currently. And how am I still only at 5? Stack plus 5 string. This feels like a task that would be easier to accomplish. Maybe this is why I have so little string at home, from what I remember. Because if you're not next to a mine shaft where you can get a whole bunch of string from all the cobwebs, you're just unlikely to pick it up. That's another bow. All these bows that I don't need. They just take up inventory space. Part of me does wonder how many are spawning down in the caves below. Because there's a moderate amount of cave entrances over here. And I think while I'm in the area, how about I just light this up real fast? There we go. Spawn has now been marked. I call it spawn even though it's not spawn at all. We made it to 11, but I'm going to try to pick up any extra string anyway. Zalamoon's almost set, so yeah, we can hang around another 2 minutes or so. See, 11:17. We'll see what the brightness is at 11:19. At least one thing with the spiders is they won't burn up during the day. I wonder why Notch made them that way. Maybe just to give variation. Hello, it's a villager zomble. Sorry, buddy, but I don't feel like hearing you. In fact, thinking about it, the only hostile mobs to burn during the day are zombies and skelly bums and their variations. Not the husk. Husk doesn't burn. I guess that means the only variation is the villager zombie and the stray. Oh wait, phantoms. Phantoms burn during the day as well, which I thought is kind of interesting. Wonder if during testing, they, like all the regular players, had to deal with a whole bunch of phantoms left over, and so they decided to make them burn during the daylight. Oop. That way it'll clean them up. Does that imply that they're an undead mob, though? Zombies and skellybums are. Pigmen attempt to burn during the daylight, except they're fire resistant, so they don't. Buddy, can you stop doing this? There we go. I'll take those ender pearls. Alright, 11:19. Daytime is here. I'm just gonna compulsive train smooth. Can I also do a huzzah? Let's see how far that went. Right about where I wanted to be. In fact, I wonder, can I huzzah part 2? Alrighty. Let's put all these mob drops away and then we'll get to work. Alright, I think I have everything on me. Nope, not the cobblestone. Alright, well, we're gonna start the bows then. Do I even have the inventory space for all of this? Here's what I could do. Nope, no space. Figures. Alright, so let me put that away. And that. And that. and that. These will go, I guess, down here. Alright, so all of those are placed there, along with the red dust. We're not going to fill up these water buckets, because that's a lot of inventory space. And besides, this can be done later. So what we'll do now is go find some cobblestone. I'm probably just going to end up digging a hole. Well, here, how far is this going to get us anyway? To know how much more I'll need. Oh, we don't. We'll have 7 cobblestone left over. Alright, I guess I'll just hold on all of this for now then. Boop. So that set's completed. Alright, that puts us at 17. We're almost there. This is definitely one of the slow... Oh, you know what? I totally forgot. If I really wanted, I probably could use the crafting book. Oopsies. All those recipes that still keep showing up as they're unlocking, and I wonder why that is. Now we definitely don't have any more cobblestone. But we'll have all of this we can place down. Let me do the fast thing first. Get all the edges. Oh wait, I'm gonna need one more dispenser for there. But that one can wait. How about I put these seeds away and maximize inventory space? Oh, I barely had that. Every single slot. I was going to be a little sad if I would need to do it in, or I should say I would need to do 2 journeys. Thankfully, not this time. You can swap that with your offhand? That's interesting. I want to say that's a newer feature, being able to use the offhand swap key in your inventory. I say newer, but like 1.15, 1.16, maybe 1.14. Alright, cool. That's all now nice and taken care of. It'll be rather fast just to lay down all the red dust. I'll only need 27, I think. Oh, look at that, exactly 27. Oh wait, I think 26, because it's 25 plus 1. And then 1 button. Oh, you know what? Oh look, I'm at an even number of planks again. And then boop. So if I press this button, it all comes flowing down. And then it all goes away. Alright, we are nearly done here. Wonder if I should put some glowstone. This back corner is a little dark, but I don't know if anything is able to spawn on these hoppers. I don't know if hoppers count as valid spawning positions. What kind of farm is this? My good old-fashioned chicken farm. So I'll need a comparator, a repeater, and some more red dust. And I'm nearly out of sticks again. So I'll need 1, 2, 3 for torches, 1 for lever. Doo-doo-ba-doop. If I have any quartz on me, I need 1. At 62, maybe I should go back to the nether and repair my stuff. Oh, right, the repeater. Whoop. I don't plan on using any lava to cook the chicken automatically. Alright, now I should be set, other than I'll need a building material. You know what? How about I hide this inside the cliff? Oh wait, hold on. That means I'm gonna need another bow. Because I'll need to make another... Oop. I don't have the materials for another dispenser. Sun's going down. So if the dispenser sits right there, we're just gonna have some cobblestone be... I guess I'll pick that up real fast. Right into here. Except it's all dirt. Where's the cobblestone at? That's why I started digging. And that's my soak touch. That is the wall, right? This will give me just enough cobblestone to keep going. Oh, is that a 5x5 area? That worked out nice. I wonder if that even works. That doesn't connect to the dispenser. Oops. You know what I could do? I could do that. Alright, so then... Boop, boop. But I'd have to come back in here if I ever wanted to control the redstone. Unless if I were to put it on the opposite side. Because what I could do I can just do boop boop, put the lever on that block. Ta-da! There we go. Alright, this space probably doesn't need to be filled in so much. We'll just fill it with dirt. There we go. Then put that one there. And now we're all set, just about. We'll catch some Z's, reset the weather timer, then go grab all our eggs. Now, I should probably lead whatever chickens are over in this area first. Someone calling me? It says potential spam. I ignore. Alright, we'll catch some Z's, reset the weather timer, grab some seeds, and scour the area for any chickens. Bring them on over. I do want to take one quick look, though. I don't have any glowstone. We're going to pass by the nether real fast, because I want to pick up just a little bit of glowstone. Can't be too hard to collect, right? Hey, Ghast, how's it going? Prepare to be eliminated. You have been eliminated. Bye-bye. Does glowstone not spawn in Soul Sand Valleys? Oh, there's some. Good thing it's so close to the ground. I don't have any building blocks. Come on. He doesn't want to fight because he knows what happens. It's a battle he has no chance of winning. Zoop. Yeah, right at the corner there. Truth be told, with how effective Soul Speed is, I'm really considering setting up Soul Sand pathways. Because I think to myself, this is super effective. But yeah, while we're here, we're just gonna pick all this up real fast. There we go. Truth be told, I just wanted the XP to repair my stuff. So we'll swap back to Soak Touch, except we have to get rid of all this lava first. Alright, who dare attack? We'll try to pick up his remains later. Let's just boop. One for you, one for you. Thankfully, we don't have to deal with beta lava flow, so hopefully this all goes away quickly. But for the time being, we'll try to get all this repaired. I don't know what I'll do with all this quartz, but at least I have it. I was playing beta 1.8, I think it was either yesterday or the day before. Or both perhaps. And I was a little sad to be reminded that this is one of the versions where you need to use a pickaxe to get glowstone dust. Because originally, glowstone, the blocks of glowstone would drop one dust every time. And then they changed it so that it would drop 1 to 3 dust, or 1 to 4, but you needed a pickaxe. Nowadays, glowstone drops 1 to 4 without needing a pickaxe. But thankfully, we have Silk Touch. And while I'm here, I'm also kind of wanting to visit the Nether Fortress real fast. I'm kind of looking around for any Wither Skelly bums, but I'm not seeing any. I just see a bunch of blazes. Hello. Wonder if I ran out of torches, if that's why I didn't explore all this. Maybe I really just did not go down here. No, I did not go down here. There are chests. I would not have left these behind. Excuse me, Mr. Pigman. I'm doing stuff here. There's another staircase. Finding a lot of diamonds. I don't know what to do with these, but at least I'll take them. It's not a chunk porter, right? Nope. These tunnels just kind of end. I have some netherwort at home. I don't currently need to pick any up while I'm here. Hello. You are what I'm looking for. Ah, that was cool. I thought it was another skull. Is this my Silk Touch? Nope. I guess the positive is that, hey, I got more glowstone. Oh, you seeing that? Diamond horse armor. It'll be an upgrade for the horse I ride around. Because right now he only has iron horse armor. So I'll give the diamond horse armor to my good horse, and then my other one will get one of my iron pairs. Hello. Alright, now I think I've explored what I could. Excuse me, can you back away from the pigman? I don't want my sweeping edge to deal damage to it, because then the pigman will be after me. We're gonna heal up though. I'm hungry. Beep beep. Alright, there we go. Alright, last one. Last one, then we're moving out. Mult skull. Sad times. Perhaps before I return home, all the way back close to World Origin, that's when I will spend some time over here. Because I believe this is probably my best area to find Wither Skelly bums. That was a rather successful adventure. Alright, cool. Got a lot more than what I wanted, but got what I needed. Howdy, Henry, welcome back. Oh, hey, that puts me at +4 chests again. Cool. That works, right? Nope. Does that work? Yep. Look at all those saddles that I don't know what to do with. You found a golden apple, or did you see the golden apple that I found? Oh, sun's setting. Need to reset the weather timer soon. Boop. Double boop. There we go. It just seemed dark in that corner, so I wanted to make sure it was nice and bright. Alright, now we are all set. The last thing we need are the chickens. Alright, you get diamond. You now have iron. In fact, here, with all these saddles, I might as well put another one on him. And I guess while I'm at it, I'll go get that other horse as well that I saw. Grab another saddle, another iron horse armor. Yeah, the regular unenchanted one was in there from the dungeon. Alright, let's go get the last horse. Should be on a cliff around here. There he is. Well, that was nice. Alright, how fast are you? You are not fast. How about jumping? You can kind of jump 3 blocks. This is an alright horse. People have been saying Minecraft chickens look like a duck for as long as they've been in the game. You know what? Here's what I think I'll do. I'll give you iron horse armor. Or not iron. I'll give you gold horse armor to keep you separate from the others. Alright, saddle armor, saddle armor. Nope, you don't have a saddle. There we go. Hooray for freeing up inventory slots. Truth be told, that's the main reason why I wanted to give each of them armor and saddles. Alright, so that's all set. Let's go down, grab some seeds, and we'll start bringing over the chickens. How is gold horse armor better than iron? I guess I'll just keep all that. We're also going to take all these eggs with us. Alright, chickens roaming the area. Alright, let's try to find the chickens. They're not too far, right? There's one. Alright, come on, buddy. Let's go, says Mario. Good job. Boop. We got one. I feel like there's another one farther down here, though. Too late. He has already been trapped and will be there forever. Or he's not gonna be there until I clean out the system. Well, I'm not seeing any other chickens, so I guess surprise he'll get to stick around there for a while. But I have goods for him. Alright, boop boop. Let me just make sure that this is all completed first. Good, I filled that all in. Alright, time to flip the switch. We got one other chicken, 2 chickens, 3, 4, and now it's out. That was a lot more chickens than I was expecting. I was thinking only 1 or 2. Alright, once those chickens grow up, they'll start laying eggs. Boop. Alright, there we go. So while that's going, we're going to expand the system real fast. Because I wanted to get at least a basic storage device going. Well, now I have these 4 chests. We're going to use 2 of them to make hoppers. 2 hoppers plus 2 chests. Good reference, says the guy who's... I should say, I respond as one who lacks interest in Star Wars. I wonder, can I even make this as a staircase? It'll kind of be set in the mountain. Alright, let me grab all that real fast. So what we'll do is, just gonna do what I did, oopsies, 1.13y. So this is what we'll do. Alright, that's all nice and taken care of. Now we just sort of let this sit here and we wait. Eventually the chickens will grow up and we'll get plenty of eggs. So now I have 10 minutes to figure out what else we're doing. Maybe we're going back to the nether. Because I have 2 skulls, right? Yeah, I only have 2 wither skulls. And I could use more. Here, how about I put my shovel away? I think I've done everything I wanted to. I got the horse stable, the pig area, the chicken farm, the food farm. I worked on that cave. I have a dedicated outpost. We have a mine shaft deep down below. Or not a mine shaft, we have a tunnel leading down to the bottom of the world. I think I've done everything on my list I wanted to while I was here. Alright, well, let's go. Return. Hello. I think I know what we're gonna do. Where is your captain? I'm gonna be really sad if he got stuck down here and drowned. Why are y'all even in the water? Thought they needed land to spawn on. Come on, buddy. Where'd you go? Aha! That's what I wanted. Thank you for your service, buddy. So, I know what we're going to do for the next 8 minutes. Let me put this with the others. After we catch some Z's and reset the weather timer. So this time, because I have a little while, I'm going to prepare some stuff. I do not need a scuba mask or a turtle shell. And you're telling me that this doesn't stack? This one does not stack with either of the previous two banners? Why? You know what, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna place all these down real fast. No, because, well, yeah, I guess this will just make them all equivalent. Alright, there we go. Now they're all the same. Keep that there in case I take the stuff back. Alright, well, we have this bad omen for a while. I don't know why it happens. I don't know technical Minecraft on that level. Something with an NBT mismatch. Alright, so I have that, so we'll reset the weather timer, then we're gonna grab some vegetables. It'll be trading season. Do-do-do-do. There we go. To the farm. Away. That's a buzz, it's not important. I feel like I don't have many things to sell right now. They really like pumpkins though, so we'll be taking all that. And I guess we're doing good on potatoes. So if you're looking for a battle today, that's going to happen tomorrow. We do not have enough time to take care of the raid. So what we're going to do, we're going to pick up all this stuff now. That way we'll be prepared to be the hero of the village later. Carrots are done. There's a poisonous potato. Oh yeah, we're gonna test the composter question, because I don't remember if we can compost these or not. You can't even compost them. I had a feeling that was the case. And looks like I was correct. I can put a carved pumpkin on my head. I'm not going to, but I can. That feature has never been removed since it was first implemented. This Notch thought, hey, this is funny, I'll include it. And then it was given functionality when Endermen were added. Kind of funny though, because when the pumpkin, during part of the pumpkin's history, not long after it was added, the pumpkin model was flipped around, which meant the carved portion of the face was on the back side. So you could see the pumpkin face looking backward if you were wearing it in third person. Eventually that got fixed. I don't know what Notch did, but that's what happened. Oop. The carrots continue. This is what happens when you don't collect everything at once. Is that the stuff that was just about ready to grow up fully grew up? Notch didn't add it backward. It would first face the right way, but within only a couple of updates, flipped it around. I don't know what happened. I feel like Notch optimized block models, and so he made it consistent with how everything else rendered. But in doing so, he had it backward to begin with. Eventually it was fixed. Alrighty, so we're gonna grab beetroot, carrots, potatoes, pumpkin, and melon. All these seeds can stay behind. Oh yeah, and wheat. Alright, I think we're going to do some trading. I'll take care of those seeds in bone meal. Or you know what? Here, I guess what I could do now, I could just take all these seeds and then we'll leave for the village tomorrow. We'll just make the bone meal now. And we'll take the bone meal with us since we can use their farms. I sat inside here, that way I would always pick up the bone meal, yet the bone meal flies out anyway. One thing that's a positive by having large farms is now you are encouraged to have large farms to have a surplus of seeds. Then with the surplus of seeds, you can compost them, get a whole bunch of bone meal. Hooray! We are coming upon the end of today's stream though, so if you have any final thoughts, start saying them now. We'll venture out for the village first thing tomorrow. We'll do the raid, then trade with the villagers, and go from there. We'll just wrap up with the last of these. Yep, no more seeds, and I guess here, I really don't need any, so we'll just get rid of all of these now. I have a large enough farm that I'm not concerned with seed acquisition. Maximizing profits, I suppose. And that's indeed all it for today. Thank you all for watching. Bye.